Hey, great afternoon, everybody. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. I know this is not my normal avenue. This is Lunchtime Empowerment Talks, the mobile edition, um, with Dr. Vaughn. I am Dr. Shavonna Whitehead, for those who do not know me, and it's always my privilege, my honor, and my pleasure to come and share with you. So I'm going to wait for a few people to come on. But I just want to have a chat. It's really just want to have a chat with you all today. So come on in. Hope everyone is having an amazing day thus far. And as you're coming in, please like and share. I posted something on yesterday that simply said, release it. And I pondered on that, and I thought about it a lot, and it's still been kind of weighing on me since yesterday, because a lot of the times we post that we're releasing something, and we're posting that we're going to let go of things, and we're going to, loose things, and we're going to step away from things. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of us don't do that. A lot of us say we're going to release it. A lot of us say we're going to let it go. A lot of us say that we're not going to take certain things, into our next season. Case in point, we make New Year's resolutions every year. And we make them, we're saying that we're going to do X, Y, and Z. And then literally most of us by February, we have already gotten off track with those specific resolutions that we've made. And so for me, I've been sitting with this whole release it thing. A lot of us are holding on to things that really don't matter. We're holding on to things that can't be changed. We're holding on to things that literally have no weight on where we're going. We're holding on to things, and it's frustrating us. It's controlling our mindset. It's controlling our actions. It's controlling our connections. Hey there, butterfly. How are you, my dear? And when we're talking about release it, I've noticed a whole lot of people have this conviction, this public conviction, I should say. It's not a real conviction. It's a public conviction where we're saying, I'm going to let it go. If it ain't good for me, I'm letting it go. If it's friendships that ain't supporting me, I'm letting it go. If it's people that I'm letting it go, I'm letting bad habits go. But then I look at their actions and realize they're still holding on to certain things. Case in point, when we're talking about relationships, and we talk about this person doesn't treat me well, this person doesn't value me, this person is not good for me or my destiny, I really need to, let them go. But then next thing I know, they're on the top of your list that you're doing everything for. Or we say that we're going to let go of bad habits because we understand that those habits hinder us from getting to where we need to be. But then next thing I know, you're participating in those very habits. And what bothers me is that we have to move from a place of saying we're going to do something to actually action. Somebody just needs to say, I need to do it. We have to move past this place of saying. We talk a lot. We talk a whole lot. We talk a lot about what we're going to do. We talk about what we're going to say. Hey, good afternoon. We talk about what we need to do, but many of us actually follow through. There's a term out here that says you got to follow through. Many of us don't follow through. Let's be factual. There are many things that we keep saying we're going to let go of, and it's 5 years later, and we still dragging it. It's amazing to me how we will say something is destroying us. It's amazing to me how we will say that something is killing us. It's amazing to me that we will say that something, is devaluing us. We will say that something is hindering us, but we're going to keep it around. And here's the dynamic to that. The reason why we keep it around is because many of us are scared to be by ourselves. alone. We are scared to have to make some decisions on our own. So we will rather stay connected to something that's contaminating us, stay connected to something that's draining us, stay connected to something that's actually literally killing us, rather than stepping into a place, releasing it, and going after your healing and wholeness. Because we will let people, oh my God, we will let people belittle us. We will let people talk down to us. We will let people use us. We will let people mishandle us. We will let people do all kinds of things to us. We will let people take everything that we have, and then we cry and we complain. But then here's the thing about it. This has to be a self thing. This has to be a personal decision. I have a T-shirt, and I'm actually redesigning it to, God gave me a new design for it that says, my healing is personal. My healing is not a group effort. Now, while I have support from people, my healing is technically not a group effort. You have to be so in tune with you that you want what belongs to you. And guess what? If the person that you've loved for 10 and 15 years happens not to be the person that is for you, you got to be okay with that. If you're on a job that happens that you even been on for 15 years and it happens not to be the place for you, you got to be okay with the fact that maybe you need to now position yourself, do what you need to do to find what fits you. I always tell you, I'm always the example. I worked for a company for almost 16 years. I worked for a company, people know, I've never been one to have 15 jobs. I don't have a resume with 15 jobs because I ain't never had 15 jobs. When I got out of high school, 2 years after I graduated high school, I was in my career. I was at that particular job for 16 years. But when I realized that they no longer valued me, when I realized that they wanted to keep putting stuff on my plate because I could juggle it but did not want to pay me my worth, I had to make a conscious decision. Am I going to stay where I'm comfortable? Come on here, God. Am I going to stay where I'm comfortable? Am I going to stay where it's familiar? Am I going to stay where it's easy? I can do this in my sleep. I've mastered it. Am I going to stay where I don't have to do a whole lot? Am I going to stay here after 16 years when they're already telling me, listen, I don't have to guess, y'all. They're telling me to my face, I'm not going to pay you anymore. They're telling me to my face that you're at the cap. So I had to make a decision for Shabana. I had to make a decision of whether or not I was going to stay and let you mishandle and use me and not pay me my worth, or whether or not I was going to go and find somewhere that would pay me what I was worth. So after 16 years, I uprooted myself, still in the same career, but I went to a new job and started from the ground up, started all over again. But I started over there making $10,000 more than I was making where I was comfortable. I can't hear nobody. I made more starting at the bottom than where I was comfortable. And you're so scared to actually release that which is draining you. You're so scared to release what's been killing you because you don't think you can do without it. You understand that chaos. You understand that drama. You understand that pain. You know how to navigate that frustration. You know how to navigate that struggle. The devil is a liar. I am not meant to struggle. I don't have to subject myself to unnecessary pain. I don't have to subject myself to unnecessary struggle. I don't have to subject myself to being mistreated and mishandled. I don't have to subject myself to being devalued. I know my worth. Somebody need to type in the comments, I know my worth. I know my worth. And so we have to get to a point. I put it on there yesterday. Release it because there's too much at stake. It's too much that has to be done, and what you're holding on to can't go where you want to go. It's amazing to me that we want to go places, but we want to carry dead things into a live place. We want to go places, but we will drag dead things into a live place. We want to. We say with our mouths, here we go again. We say with our mouths that we want to go somewhere, but we don't want to actually go. Come on here. We don't want to actually do what it takes to get there. In this season of my life, I made a commitment to me, not to anybody else. First to God. I made a commitment to God, and I made a commitment to me to fulfill my ordained destiny and purpose. It does not matter if anybody understands it. I'm going to fulfill exactly what God purposed me to do. Will it get uncomfortable? Absolutely. Will I like it all the time? Probably not. Will it get uncomfortable? Sure will. Will it come with some storms and some valleys? Absolutely, most definitely. But guess what happens? Those things are only temporary and a part of the journey. But where you're staying, holding on to a dead thing, holding on to a thing that's smothering you, holding on to a thing that is actually draining everything from you, you're holding on to something that don't even believe that you're as valuable as you are. Tell me how that makes sense. So that whole thing, release, let go. That means I now have to take my hold off of it and let it fall. You know, they used to always say, let the chips fall where they lay. That's what they used to say, let the chips fall where they lay. Many of us are scared to let the chips fall where they lay. We're scared of the unknown. We are scared of the unknown. You're scared of the potential to be free? So you will rather have moments of tolerance. Oh, help me, God. Because they're not moments of happiness. You would rather have moments of tolerance. You would rather have moments of tolerance and then endure the abundance of being devalued and unappreciated and mishandled, misused. But you'll rather take those moments of tolerance to keep you locked onto something that you should have released years ago. And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. You can release something, and it don't have to be a whole brawl. Y'all do know it don't have to be a whole big old bashing. You can release something, and it not be a big bashing. We ain't got to have a big falling out for me to release you. I just need to release you and move on. There are some friendships I need to just release and move on. There are some connections I need to release and move on. Can I go deeper? There are some mindsets of my own I need to release and move on. I can't hear nobody. I said there are some mindsets of my own that I need to release and move on. What are we holding on to it for? I'll ask you this question. Has what you've been holding on to benefited you? Has what you've been holding on to benefited you? You don't want to let it go, but let me ask you the question. Has what you've been holding on to benefited you? If you can't pinpoint the benefits out of what you've been holding on to and why it's affecting you the way that it is, you might need to sit down and do some self-check. You need to sit down. You need to sit down with yourself for a little bit. You need to sit down with yourself a little bit. Yeah, Jay, it's a process. But the thing about it is you're facing it. There are so many people out here that keep talking about, I'm going to release it. It sounds good. I'm going to release it. It sounds good. But there's an action that comes along with those words. There's an action that must come along with the words. You can't just say you're going to release it. You got to release it. You can't just say you're going to release it. You got to release it. This isn't optional. This is not optional. This is a necessity. This is a necessity. Why? Because I'm a necessity. my livelihood is a necessity. My value is a necessity. My freedom and my healing is a necessity. So since I am a necessity, my freedom and my healing is a necessity, then therefore me releasing what's been hindering or polluting me is a necessity. Listen, we have to move. And I just wanted to chat with you today. We have to move from just talking. We talk a lot. We talk a whole lot. I mean, we talk a whole lot. God, we talk a whole lot. And social media has allowed us to hide behind words. Because it's easy to post something and don't really do it. It's easy to post something and not really mean it. It's easy to post something and not do it. And many of us got all these declarations. We posting all this stuff. We saying all this stuff. But there's no action behind what we say. So I ask you today, will you put action behind what you say? Will you put action behind what you say? We got some stuff we just need to release, y'all. No, for real. So, I'm for real. We got some stuff we need to release. I'm included. That's why the Lord just been bringing it over in me. I am included. There are still some things that I need to release as well. I'm not exempt. There are some things I need to release as well, and that's what I have before the Lord this week. I really have had it before the Lord. Help me to fully release some things. I mean, fully release some things, because there are some things that you're not going to be able to walk into the next season until you release it. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. You're not even going to be able to walk into the next season until you release it. And I don't want you to hinder going into your next season carrying something that you should have dropped off in this season. No. Somebody really needs to just type, I'm about to put action to my words. Yep. Somebody needs to just type, I'm about to put action to my words. I am about to put action to my words. Because I told y'all, sometimes we talk too much. We don't put no action to it. We just say a lot. But today, I am making a commitment to me that I'm about to put action to my words. I'm about to put action to my words. So today, I just wanted to talk to you. That's right, LaTonya, say it. I'm about to put action to my words. I am about to put action to my words. That's right, Janae. I'm about to put action. Yep, I'm putting action to my words. That's right. Declare it. That's right. I mean, declare it, y'all. I'm about to put action to my words. See, people been so used to you talking and not following through that they not even taking you seriously, but this time going to be different. Ha! Ooh, I dare you type that. Tell them this time going to be, hey, I felt that one. Tell them this time going to be different. I want you to type that. Tell them this time going to be different. They used to you making declarations. They're used to you decreeing stuff. They're used to you saying stuff. They're used to you saying it, and then they're used to you saying a couple of months later, you still the same. Ha! But newsflash, tell them this time going to be different. Hey! Tell them this time going to be different. I dare somebody say it. This time going to be different. No, for real, for real. This time going to be different. That's right, Janae. This time going to be different. This time going to be different. This time it's going to be different. This time it's going to be different. They're going to look up and they're going to try to figure out what had. The old song, the song you say, a wonderful change has come over me. Oh, listen. They're going to look up and try to figure out what in the world has happened to her. This time, it's going to be different. And so I challenge you, let's release it for real. Let's release it for real. Enough is enough. Let's release it for real. Yep, let's release it for real. And so, as always, I hop on every Tuesday at 1 p.m. just to give you a little push, a little prime. just to help encourage you, give you a little nudge throughout the week. And when I was seeking the Lord last night on what to actually share, the reason why I didn't post anything because he just said he just had me sitting in this release, dealing with Shavana, and then sharing with the people the importance of release, and so I love each and every one of you. Please, if you haven't already done so, make sure you like and share this, and make sure you invite somebody next week, Tuesday at 1 p.m. to come and hang out with us. We hang out for about 20, 30 minutes to chat about whatever it is the Lord puts in the atmosphere that we need at that particular moment, just to push us and promise. Why? Because we are in a season preparing ourselves to embrace more. There's more that awaits us. My pleasure, LaTanya. There's more that awaits us, and we can't miss it holding on to stuff that don't belong to us. Hey, it don't belong to me. Hey, Janae, Melissa, it don't belong to me. It don't belong to me. It don't belong to me. So I will not be hindered by something that don't belong to me. It don't belong to me. So I love each and every one of you. I'll see you back here. If you have not already done so, go right on down there at the bottom of the screen. Make sure you subscribe to the website, www.ShavanaWhitehead.com. If you are not connected to us in our Manifesting More with Dr. Vaughn group, please connect with us. We have a group on Facebook called Manifesting More with Dr. Vaughn. And guess what? Next week, they are going to be starting their next challenge. Yes, they're going to be starting their next challenge. I will be actually posting some more information in the group on today. It's a group where we strengthen each other. It's a group where we push each other. It's a group where we stretch, grow, heal, and be made whole together. So make sure you check us out over there and join us with the next challenge. And so I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you back here next week, Tuesday, 1 p.m. for Lunchtime Empowerment Talks with Dr. Vaughn. I love you too, Janella.